Okay, I'd like to know if you guys can hear me. Maybe. Oh, hello everyone. I can see that you guys are chatting. We will start at exactly 2:05. Lord Jesus, in your son, please help me get through this. I can't do this, Lord. Okay, good afternoon, each and everyone. Well, this is kind of new to me, so I'm really hoping that you will learn something today that is very, very important for each one of us. So I'm going to share now my screen. Let's see. What I'm going to discuss today is all about mental health care for teens. Now, the picture itself already shows or already telling you it's okay not to be okay. It's okay not to be okay. There's nothing wrong with it. We're just being human. Okay? So, first, we have to define or know health is not just about what you eat, it is also about what you are thinking, what you're feeling. Health, mental health begins with you. So, you have to remember that. It's all about you, it begins with you. So, what is really mental health and mental illness? What is the difference between the two? We have to start by defining what is this. Okay, when you say mental health, it's also the same as taking care of your physical health, your physical condition. So, mental health is a person's condition with regards to their psychological and emotional well being. It is the one's mental well being, our emotions, our thoughts, our feelings, our ability to solve problems and overcome difficulties. What about mental illness? What is it all about? It is about anything that affects the way people think, feel, behave, or interact with others. Mental illness have different types and they have different symptoms that impacts people's lives in different ways. But of course, we don't want to dwell on that. We want to keep ourselves mentally healthy. So, how are we going to do this? There are a lot of strategies that can help you establish a good mental health. Number one, be grateful. Count your blessings. Waking up in the morning is already a blessing. Not everyone gets to wake up in the morning, mind you. So, you have to be grateful. Even small little things, you have to learn how to count and praise the Lord for it. Number two, you have to manage your expectations. Of course, we know what is happening right now. We cannot just easily go out and mingle and, go. have fun like the way we used to. So you have to manage, you have to start by managing your expectations. You have to expect that instead of going out with friends, you can have a chat group or do video call. Instead of or you show your friends around with the beautiful backgrounds you have, or you eat together. He's eating in his house, you're eating in your house, or maybe you can have it delivered. Whatever you cook, maybe you're into baking, so whatever you cook, you can share it with your friends, have it delivered to their house, and then you eat together. So you manage your expectations, because it's really all in the mind. So if your happiness before used to be going out to the beach, now you have to you have to be contented and happy of what you have right now in front of you. Next is keep a positive attitude. When you wake up in the morning, start by saying, "Thank you, Lord, for this beautiful day." You know, this day will be grateful. This day will be full of blessings. So no matter how there may be negative, because you can't really control it. Like, life is not perfect. There will always be something negative. But it's really all up to you on how you're going to handle it, on how you're going to receive it. So keep always a positive attitude. Next is stay physically active. It's so hard to be, when you're into sports, it's so hard to be physically active at home, but there's always a way around it. Like, for example, if you've observed, there are a lot already of plantitas around, like me. I'm not into planting before, but why not? You can always discover something new. Why not? I have all the time. I'm home, so might as well try. And amazingly, you will realize that you're already enjoying what you've started. So maybe you can start to discover what are the things that you can be physically active when you're home, just to keep you moving or just to keep you occupied. Maybe you will start baking, cooking, or cleaning the house, because that can always make your parents happy. Um, Show interest in cooking, or all those stuff that you can do just to keep yourself active. Next is get enough sleep and eat a healthy diet. Enough sleep, because teenagers nowadays, they always sleep very late and then wake up also late. So I think it's about time that you guys also would start sleeping early, waking up early, so you will start the day right, and of course eat healthy. Socialize. Okay. This socialize and help other people is not only limited physically. Because when you hear these words before, ang musud gud sa imong huna-huna, physical contact dayon, no? Like socialize. Of course, I have to go out because you're telling me to socialize. No, you can always socialize on the net. No, video call, chat, or whatever that you get. Phone. If you don't have the internet, if there's a weak signal, you can always call. Huy, kumusta man ka diha? Ask your friend, how are you? Is there, or maybe there's someone who is having problems or having troubles, and they need someone. For all you know, they need someone that they can talk to. So that's already helping them. Or keeping them. If you're used to be a person that who keeps the party alive, then do jokes over the phone, over video call, or over chats. You can always do that. There's always a way around it. Just don't limit yourselves. You just have to explore, learn to explore and discover. This is what is good about this pandemic thing, because people now are going out of their comfort zone. When you go out of your comfort zone, you discover a lot. So there are things that you thought you cannot do, or there are things that you thought is not your talent, but then you discover it. uh, so it's really good, and relationships within family developed. You have more time to talk with your family, with your siblings, because there's no other way that you can socialize within your family, right? Next is acceptance. Now, what is acceptance? Asking for professional help with your mental health if you need it. Now, if you really feel nga, I think I'm really having problems. I really need someone to talk to. Please do not hesitate or do not be afraid to just put it out there in the open. Because that doesn't necessarily mean that if you are having these problems, you are already what? Nabuang na siguro ni siya or unsa. Do not be afraid to go out in the open, to share your feelings, to ask for help if you need one. So, how would you know if you need help? Okay, of course, these are just symptoms that we can easily see on the internet. But the doctor or the right experts in this area um, is really the one who's going to diagnose you, of course. But if you feel these things like loss of interest in normal daily activities, okay, so you lose the interest. You wake up in the morning and say, "Oh, I'm tired." You don't want to do anything. You don't want to move. You just want to lie there. And then the next thing you know, it's like, time already passed. Oh my God, it's already 10 a.m. I'm doing nothing. So you lose interest. Change in appetite. Change in appetite could mean you don't want to eat or you overeat. So, samot kang ma-stress kay mo-overeat ka. When you overeat, you look at yourself in the mirror, oh my God, I'm getting bigger. So, you stress yourself out. So, change of appetite. Lack of energy. Feelings of guilt of whatsoever, worthlessness, helplessness, and hopelessness. So you feel hopeless. You're very scared. You're, what's happening? You don't have the energy anyway. It's not gonna happen anyway. So you have feelings of guilt or whatsoever, or you feel like you're not worthy at all, or you're inadequate, or trouble concentrating, remembering details, and making decisions. You find it hard to decide. Lack of productivity. Of course, if you lose your interest in normal daily activities, you do nothing. You just sit there, staring at the blank wall or whatever. Low self-esteem and an overall feeling of inadequacy. So you don't feel like you feel nothing or no good at all. Or you have insomnia. What is insomnia? You cannot sleep. Early morning wakefulness or sleeping too much is also a symptom. Or you may be irritable, always angry, or you're restless. Jittery ka, lakaw-lakaw ka, pero wala kay direksyon. Paso-paso ka sa sala. And then when people ask you, how are you? Or what are you doing? What? Irritable kay ka. You don't want people to talk to you. You don't, or if someone wants something from you, you easily get angry. So, mura bag, kanang, ang kalibutan, mura kagitakluban sa kalibutan. Ano ang feeling. Next is, even physical aches and pains. You'll manifest tanan na lang ang sakit when you wake up. Oh, I don't feel like waking up because my body is aching, my shoulders are aching, I can't move. Or you have, oh, maybe I have stomach pain. Because when you are stressed out and when you are thinking too much, sometimes it affects your stomach. So sakit ng tiyan, you don't want to eat. Of course, when you don't eat, you will end up with a stomach trouble. So you are completely described as a gloomy personality, constantly complaining and incapable of having fun. You know, you don't you don't see anything good at all about life. Even when there is something to be happy about, you cannot bring yourself out and be happy about it. You're just like sad. You're just negative about everything. You're just there and don't want to do anything. So when you have all these symptoms, it's about time that you have to um, look into yourself, analyze, ask yourself, do I have a problem? It should start with acceptance. I think I'm having problem. So what should I do? What are you going to do? Do not panic because there is always help only if you will recognize and you will accept it within you. So if you've come to accept that you need help, it doesn't necessarily mean that you have mental illness already. No. When you have all these things, maybe you just need someone to breathe. You just need someone that you can vent your feelings. That's normal. Even I myself, I do that. Sometimes you get so caught up with a lot of things. Like earlier during the the pandemic. Every morning, if I get to see those statistics, I get stressed out. When I open a television, I get stressed out with all the news. So what should I do? No, this contributes to my emotions. I would feel down. So why would I want to do that? So you should learn how to filter. So cut it out. So I don't want to watch the television anymore. If I watch movies, I watch good movies, feel good movies. No, I don't want to watch movies that will make me feel sad. Or if you don't feel like, why would you look at statistics? Or why would I want to research about COVID and be scared? All you have to do is just know the basics about it. Of course, you cannot be ignorant about the what is happening around you, but you just have to know the basics. Know what to do, how to avoid it, how to keep yourself healthy, how to keep yourself fit. Why would I want to know more when I know that it will just make me stressed out or make me panic? You know? Why would I want to do that? So stop torturing yourself, please. So for you to feel good, for you to be mentally healthy, you have to be able to bring yourself out. So what to do? Just talk. See, very easy. What is so hard about talking? But realistically speaking, sad to say, some really find it hard to talk. That's why if you have friends who are silent type, maybe it's about time that give them a call and ask, "How are you?" For all you know, maybe they would be very happy to hear from you. So, storya lang yun. What to do when you have all these feelings inside you piled up, all this negativity, all this feeling of sadness that you cannot understand, especially for women. When we are about to have our period, we have this emotional roller, which is part of our body chemistry, or should you call that? So it's really part of growth and everything. So dapat kang makabaw on how to manage this. So, padong na day na ako. Shake it off. I don't want to feel this. You just have to shake it off. No? I don't want to be negative. So if you feel like you're down or whatsoever, maybe what can make you happy that you can do in your home? Like maybe you want to cook. So you cook for your family. And hearing them happy with what you're preparing will make you feel good. Or maybe you want to eat something yummy. Have someone deliver some food, order. No? Or you want to watch a feel good movie. Watch a feel good movie. So, whatever it is, what you have to do is just bring yourself out in the open and talk about it. Next is, see, talk again with supportive friends and family, or maybe to someone that you can trust. Someone who will not judge you, someone who you are not scared to share your feelings, someone you can be transparent with. So, sulti lang ka nga, "Hey friend, how are you today? I don't really feel good. I'm having a fight with my sister or my mom." So maybe that person can give you a good advice or just merely listen to you. Because really, right now, it's really important for us to have someone to talk to. Again, manage your expectations. You cannot do that anymore like the way you used to, like go to the beach or have coffee, go out for shopping. Since you cannot do that, manage your expectation. It's enough for me to just talk to someone over the phone or video call someone or chat someone. So, see, there are a lot of ways. Or if you really feel that it's not enough and you need to see an expert, talk to your family doctor. See a psychiatrist or a counselor. So you can have psychotherapy. So later on, I will discuss what is psychotherapy. So actually, psychotherapy is another term for talk therapy. So maybe you can talk to a psychiatrist so that you will feel comfortable. You will know he or she can diagnose you if you really have a problem. And you will be confident also to know that, oh, So I don't really have a problem. So nag-OA na din ko, ni overreact ra ko. Okay, sometimes no, you just have to tell yourself, okay, I'll get over this. I just need an hour to drama myself, no? Ano bang, okay, I will give you an expiration. 1 hour ra kahang masad. After 1 hour, okay, expired already. It's time for me to do something. So, unsa may mong buhaton? Do something that can make you happy and busy. Maybe have a pet. Like me, I have a dog. So, your dogs are actually are, or pets in general, really is very therapeutic. That is if you are a kanang into pets, no? Lisod sad kaayo og di na siya therapeutic nimo if mahadlok kag iro, nya mag-iro ka. So, probably plants or cooking, it's really all up to you. You just have to explore and discover it. Next is connect with community mental health clinics for information and maybe ask for support and services that they have, no? Like, ma'am, where can I ask help for regarding this matter? Do you have a psychiatrist that I can talk to? Or maybe a counselor? Okay, mag-heavy, man kay paminaw ang psychiatrist. Maybe you can say, can I talk to a counselor? Do you have a counselor that I can talk to? No, we have actually your school. No, I assume you have a counselor. So even the centers, but of course it has to be scheduled because we have also have to understand that it's not available all the time. Yeah? So next is call a helpline. You can always search in the internet. There's even a commercial before, no? Minsan, ikaw ba'y nalulungkot? Naghahanap ng kausap? So call this hotline. So maybe if you are too shy to bring yourself out and present yourself to a counselor, maybe you can call, ask someone for help. Just talk. They will not judge you, believe me. Learn more about mental health and illness. So if you feel like maybe you can research about it, because if you are aware, it can never happen to you. It can never happen to you. There are a lot of mental illness or kinds of depression. Depression is actually one, but there are different types of depression. So, kuan kay na overuse, biya kay na natong depression. Sometimes you would say, "Hi, na-depress ko." Pero depression can actually range from mild to severe. So, probably ka na atong ingon nga depression, wa gyud siya nakaabot sa mild nga level. No? Usahay lang expression nato na. But let us be very careful and very sensitive. No, kani karon ni play og role importante kaayo kung taas tag EQ. So if you have high EQ, be very mindful of maybe friends, classmates, be sensitive sa ilang isulti nimo nga is this alarming or maybe we can ask for help. So things like that. No, it's really very important that you know where to place yourself. So, psychotherapy. What is psychotherapy? Psychotherapy is a form of talk therapy or cognitive behavioral therapy in which a trained mental health professional assists a person with depression through communications and activities that support healing. So, kanang uban, I have friends abroad and or classmates before nga na dito nagpractice and they say nga naa daw na even gani centers for stress. Can you imagine? Naa sila'y center nga kung ma-stress ka, like if you're from or school, you would ask, okay, I'm going to this center, I just need help. So mura ra siya kana bang murag init king panahon and you want ice cream, so you go to 7-Eleven and eat ice cream. 7-Eleven. No? So dito, that's also very common since friends or physical friends is not available all the time. You know how they are abroad. They work a lot. You know, they don't have time to, they don't have the luxury of time to sit down and, you know, have fun. That's why when they have the holiday, lubos-luboson yun na kay holiday for them is really a holiday. So there, they have this center for this, where you can just go and, you know, express yourself out to someone. I'm stressed today. I want to talk. So of course, it comes with a price lang dito. So next is a psychiatrist will evaluate if medication is needed, of course. A psychiatrist will evaluate and determine the prescription. So mo na during the talk, he or she will be able to identify if you just need someone to talk to, or you need a good medication. So if you need medication, of course, that's already something. So when that happens, family needs to know about it. So next is treatment for mental health disorders is not one size fits all, and it does not offer a cure. Instead, treatment aims to reduce symptoms and address underlying causes and make the condition manageable. Because sometimes, manggod ba, ang problema sa tao is di siya kasulti baron sa iyang problema sa iyang parents or sa iyang igsuon. So maybe you need someone who can mediate and address the problem, who can bridge the gap. Kay basi nara mo miscommunication. And that feelings nga nag-miscommunicate mo, and you will have ill feelings towards this someone will already contribute to your physical or emotional well-being, even your mental well-being. So dapat nga istoryaon kung angay istoryaon unya. Ask support for someone. Start with family. If di mada sa pamilya, then adto na dayon ta og experts. So good mental health isn't about feeling happy and confident 100% of the time and ignoring any problems. It's about living and coping well despite the problems. No? So normal ra gyud na sa usa ka tawo nga mag-uulta. No, mayon to depressed man karon oy. Pero it's not alarming if you know how to let yourself or if you know how to carry yourself out of that problem. If you learn how to live with it and cope well with it. So, I would say Filipinos in general are very resilient. Daghan na kinang hitabo nato. Bagyo, linog. But our faith, our faith and our being resilient, grabe kaayo nga to the point nga sayon kinato mo rebounds. No, kanilang yung pandemic karon medyo bugat-bugat, no? Kay why it affects people in general, financially, physically, mentally, emotionally. Lisod ba daghan na wag tangang trabaho. So ingana bitaw nga kanila pero still you can see that ang mga tao naningkamot unsa may lang gibuhat ang katong na mga daghan kay ang mga nas bukid naog gibaligya ilang mga tanom kay daghan kaayong mananom. So we are very resilient. We know how to find ways on how to make ourselves busy and happy, even with the situations we have. So, muna karon daghang online sellers. Ngayon daghan mga online sellers, daghan sa mamalit. Kaya nga daghan mga malit kay food makes them happy. Mungkin sa man rin magtuong way kwarta. Mapangitaan na gigyapon paagi. Because we know how to carry ourselves. So, good mental health doesn't mean all the time that you are happy. Normal na masada. It's okay not to be okay. But you just have to learn how to live with it and cope well with it. An important part of good mental health is the ability to look at problems or concern realistically. Kita bitaw, if you will have deep thinking, awesome jud ta padung ron. Kung imo na siya hunahunahon og dibdibon og maayo, mayabag jud ka. But of course, dili pwede. You can't lose yourself in the process. You have to get hold of yourself. So what are you gonna do? Oh, this too shall pass. Maintain a positive attitude. What lies ahead is great. Something great is coming. You just have to be positive no matter how negative it is. Learn how to go out. Be grateful, oh Lord. Thank you so much, Lord, na isilingan nga ng hatag ug sudan. Thank you so much, Lord, for the beautiful morning. So you just have to learn how to count your blessings. Sa una kay magdali ta mo atong trabaho, magdali ta mo atong eskwelahan, late na ta. We don't even have time to look at the surroundings and enjoy. Wow. We have beautiful sa balay din hindot man kog view din no ako'y kahoy. I have a coconut tree. So You fail to recognize these things before because you're too busy with the outside world. So now you just have to learn how to appreciate and be grateful of the little things that you have. It's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to have bad days, to be less than perfect, to do what's best for you, and to be yourself. It's okay. It's okay not to be okay. You must make decision that you are going to move on. So decide, no? Mo decide ka. Dapat kabaw ka mo yun, enough na ni. Enough na imong drama. It won't happen automatically. You'll have to rise up and say, I don't care how hard it is. I don't care how disappointed I am. I'm not going to let this get the best of me. I'm moving on with my life. O, di ba? Move on! So, muna no, karon muna gingon nga, kasagaran no, basan ako, nakakastorya, is move on na tao eh. Move on, next page please. Shake it off. Muna yung mga common karon nga mga line. So, you just have to learn how to shake it off. If you feel like exercising to shake it off, then do it. If you feel like dancing to shake it off, do it. No one's stopping you. No one's going to judge you. Do what makes you happy. Spend time with people who are good for your mental health. Now, if you feel nga, it's not all the time that, you have the capacity to listen to someone who is very, very negative. Because you're not an expert, of course. So if you feel like it's not going to help you because you're also down, or today is a gloomy day for you, and you're not on the mood or something. So don't also spend it talking to someone and offering your help, because you cannot give what you don't have. So if you feel down today, then don't help someone. How can you do that? You cannot. No, you cannot do that, because you yourself is feeling down also. So when you feel down, do something, or spend time with people who are good, who are going to bring out the best in you. Talk to people who are positive. Talk to people who can always give you us good advice. Talk to people who can make you happy. Or maybe sometimes you don't need an advice. You just need to someone to talk to nga, mag-joke-joke ba mo ron? Yan na. So spend time with people who are good for you. Then declare to yourself. Maybe you can look at yourself in the mirror and say, today I refuse to stress myself out over things I cannot control and change. Because definitely, there are so many things that you cannot control and change. So you refuse. I refuse to stress myself out over these things. So I will do something that can make me happy. A good life is when you smile often, dream big, laugh a lot nga bahala na imong lagos mang panuhoton na intawon o kinatawa, and realize how blessed you are for what you have. Count your blessings. Pirmi yun ang balik-balik, because you cannot have two feelings at the same time. Adili pwede magdungan ang positive o negative. No, sama ra na sa pag-smile o pag-sad. You try it. You cannot smile and be sad at the same time. No, you cannot do that. So when you're grateful, when you're truly, truly grateful, no negativity will come in. There's no room for you to think about the negative things. Or when you come across negativity, you handle it with grace, because you are very grateful. Because you know that you are blessed. Happiness comes a lot easier when you stop complaining about your problems and you start being grateful for all the problems that you don't have. Sometimes, man good, when you declare it, every time musulti ka, kabantay ka, anak mga kapuya, oy, gikapuy, yun kag samot. So stop saying it. Choose words that are positive so that you will attract positivity. Di man na pwede nga negative yung isulti, yung sud nimo, ang attract nimo positive. That cannot happen. It's not battery nga positive or negative. So, for you to have a positive life, for you to have abundance, you have to be positive in everything that you do. Ang imong isulti, ang ang lihok, o ang imong pagkigrelasyon sa ubang mga tao should be positive so that it will come back to you 100-folds. So thank you and good afternoon. So I think that wraps up everything. I hope you learned something from me today. I will entertain questions after this. So I think that would be all for this afternoon. Thank you and have a great day. Bye.